Okay, this is how you will access. You can access RP's library website to gain access to the past newspaper articles. So once again, get to this link and log in. Go under e-resources. From the whole list of database, one of the easiest and most accessible database is NewsLink. Another one would be Factiva, but it's likely that you will want some local news. So NewsLink is really a repository of past articles based mostly in Singapore publications. So let's just say I want to find an article on rock climbing. So I've keyed in this and now click search. And there you go. These are all the articles related to rock climbing. And what you can do is you can click and the articles is there. Sometimes it's in the form of written words. If you want, you can also click the PDF format. You should be able to see the past article in a print form. Hi, this is to introduce to SHL final year project students about literature review. Before I start, I'd like to share that there is a lot of information about how to do quality literature review, but this set of slides or video is actually meant to be at an entry level. Okay, so here we go. Why do we need to do literature review? That's the first question we will ask, and subsequently we'll run through with you the 3 critical steps to doing literature review, which is to find the relevant resources, to organize them, and to draft the literature review for your final report. Okay, first thing, at the stage of literature review, you are mainly doing this. When you review literature or articles, you are actually demonstrating how much you understood from reading it. You will tell the reader what has been done. Later, when you have found some findings in your project, you use what you have understood from the literature to support or refute your results. State your conclusions from the reviews. And for those students who are doing research-based project, literature review will help the team to formulate certain hypotheses. So let me show you an example of a literature review that was done by a past SHL student. Okay, this is done by this student here. Did a very good job. The title was 100% compliance in hand hygiene. So this is only a snippet of what she has done. She did a literature review, very basic one, but sufficient for final year project, which is to talk about the topic of hospital-acquired infection. You can take some time to read up about it. First, she talks about her understanding about hospital-acquired infection, which is one of the concerns. And then she cited at least 2 articles, actually 4 articles, 5 articles about the issue. What were some of the main findings? And her conclusion relating to her FYP. Typically, this is what a literature review should look like for your final year project. Okay. So I will now run through with you the first step, which is how to find the relevant resources. In the SHL resource website, the Google site, you can actually see the specific steps on how to access the RP library. But here I would like to talk about certain strategies you can use. First thing first, you need to understand that there are solid credible information that you can tap on, and there are some who are less credible. So looking at the list over here, which one do you think are more credible? And which one are more timely, meaning they are the more updated information? Indeed, a lot of time when it comes to research, we are referring more towards journal articles, especially those which are peer-reviewed. In other words, they are assessed and reviewed by fellow researchers. They will fall into this range over here. But at the same time, we may have to support our final year project with updated news, trends that may be found over here. So you have to make the judgment call. Otherwise, you can ask your supervisor for more advice. Okay, I'll run through with you the first strategy. Suppose your topic is on this, why women are motivated on rock climbing. You can do what we call trawling or a fishing versus a fishing strategy. Trawling is like this picture over here. The fisherman is casting a net. So how do you cast a net? You type general terms like these, you'll get a lot of entry. From there, you can pick up from the list those that you want. Or you can do fishing, like what this man do, one rod and one fish. You can type specific terms in order to fish out those few articles. So it depends on your context really, because some topics, FYP topics there are less articles available, where some topics are very broad. So go and give a shot. Try to type the broad terms as well as the narrow terms. If you need to go through more specifically the steps, refer to the Google sites again. There's a video attached to show you how. Second strategy is you can expand on your search by using different information. Google is definitely one commonly used one. Google Scholar, the RP library. You can use different terms of synonyms. Let's do an example here. Teenager, what are the other terms we can use to refer to teenagers? Some will say young people, youths, adolescents. These are all terms that may be used instead of teenager. Leadership behaviors. Some articles may refer to leadership, managerial skills. Obesity may be, there may be terms like overweight. So now it's time for you to think about it. For your final year project, what are the keywords you have identified for you to search online and through the RP library? Here's another tip. You can use the wildcard system. For example, you can type something like this and with a asterisk. The system will generate any word that will start off with this and with variation at the end. As you can see here, Singapore, Singapura, Singaporean, Singaporeans. Likewise for color, themes, etc. Another way to widen or narrow your search is to use the Boolean operators. You can type teenager and adolescents, teenager or adolescents, teenager but not adolescents. With that, you actually eliminate or increase the numbers of articles. The third method is also quite commonly used. You notice that at the end of each journal article or books, there will be a reference list. You can do what we call a snowball method. Refer to the reference list of the first article you have, and from there, look and choose those that, pick and choose those that are relevant to yours. Where possible, choose those that are, I'll say, latest. Alright, the fourth strategy is easy. Is to help you, say you have found like 10 to 20 articles, which one are exactly useful for you. You only also notice that when you refer to a journal article, at the beginning there is this paragraph which is called the abstract. It will tell you about what the whole article is about. Well, this is very useful because it saves you some time. So you can look at the title. That's one telltale sign whether it's relevant to yours. Look at the abstract. Look at the first few paragraphs. Look at the research question and look at the conclusion. In this way, you don't have to refer to the whole article. So do practice this skim and read method. Alright, we will move on to the other two steps in a subsequent video. Click to the relevant links in the Google site.